At the end of the year, I always enjoy looking back and picking out my favorite images to share with you. Ansel Adams said that 12 significant photos in any year is a good crop. While I wouldn't say that my images are significant, I will say that they are my favorite. So here they are in no particular order. This image is from the Olympic National Park at sunset, and I love the foreground, the way it's being lit from the side, that nice warm light. And I really like the way that the rocks kind of mimic the mountains in the background as far as the shape and just the way that they flow from left to right. I like that duplication from front to back. And the sky was starting to kick off with a really nice pastel colors, and with the mountains in the background, just made for a really nice image. This next shot is from the Alvord Desert. This is in the southeast corner of Oregon. And it's just this lake bed that at certain times of the year, when it gets dry enough, all the little water there is evaporates, and it leaves this cracked mud surface. At sunrise, you can just see how far the desert goes and how perfectly flat it is. And I love the texture of those cracked mud cakes in the foreground, and with just that beam of sunlight that's just highlighting just that great texture of the ground. It's very minimalist, and I really like the way this one came out. This one is from my workshop at Silver Falls this past year, and you never know what you're going to get when it comes to waterfalls. I'm very familiar with this one, and usually the water flow is tenfold of what we're seeing here. And if it was tenfold, well, like it usually is, this photo would not have been nearly as good as it is. Because it's a narrower stream, it looks like it's just falling out of that golden color, from that fall color at the very, very top of the waterfall into this nice stream. Also, there's a nice bit of separation between the two trees from the left to the right. I love the side lighting on the trees, where you got the sunlight is just kind of rim lighting the right-hand side, and it falls away into shadow. And with that just little bit of color at the very top of the falls, it just makes it stand out from all the shots that I took on that workshop. My big trip from this past year, and my favorite place that I shot last year by far, was Yosemite National Park. And you're going to see a few photos from that trip, and I'll link to the videos up here if you would like to check those out to see where I captured those images and how I did it. But this first one is in the afternoon. The sun is sidelighting the trees and the forest again, and Yosemite Falls. You can see the upper tier and the lower tier as it falls into the grove of trees. And it's just the most impressive thing to see in real life. And even in this photograph, it just gives you a sense of scale of just how massive these waterfalls and these cliff faces are. The light was nice. The waterfalls get great flow, and it's definitely one of my memorable images from this past year. So I just said that Yosemite was my favorite trip of the year, and it's also because I got some of the most memorable images from that trip as well. This shot is the chapel in Yosemite Valley. I love that the snow was falling, and I managed to capture those big, wet, sloppy snowflakes as they were falling, and it was catching on all those green trees. There was enough fog and atmosphere to give me nice separation between the chapel, the trees in the back, and the walls of the valley. It's an absolutely lovely scene, and one of my favorites from the trip, because the snow only happened one day and it was gone by that afternoon. Falls Creek Falls is a stunning waterfall. It's on the Washington side of the Columbia River Gorge. It's about a 4-mile round-trip hike from the parking lot to get to the waterfall. In this instance, there was not a lot of people there. It was pretty quiet, very serene, and I got to spend a lot of time just enjoying the view. Everything was lush, everything was green, the water flow was perfect, and I managed to come away with this photograph. It's a very unique double-tiered waterfall. I just love the shading and the lighting on it. I just think it came out fantastic, and I absolutely had to include it in one of my favorites of the year. Yosemite. This is Yosemite Falls, and one morning while we were there, just this huge cloud fog atmosphere was just kind of settling on top of the valley, and Yosemite Falls was just, the top of it was just occluded in the clouds. It had just snowed, which is kind of rare, believe it or not, in the valley that actually reaches the valley floor, and I really, really liked that textured dark granite surfaces with that powder, that sugar-coated powder snow on it with that white atmospheric cloud bank on the top, and just that epic waterfall that's falling just so far, such a huge waterfall. It just came out really, really nice, and definitely had to include this one as well. Before we finish up with all of my favorites from the year, I'd like to take just a quick second to introduce my new workshops for 2026. Next year, I'm starting a new way to attend a workshop. You pick when you want to go, and you pick where you want to go from 13 locations here in the Pacific Northwest. Ultimate flexibility, a small time commitment, and huge gains in your photography. All of the workshops are 3 days long, and they're limited to 3 people. The idea behind the workshops is to give you the ultimate flexibility in picking the place and the time that you would like to photograph. My August Iceland workshop is already sold out. It's full. If you would like to get on a wait list for that, or if you're interested in future Iceland workshops for, say, 2027, be sure to sign up for my newsletter on my website, drop me an email, and I can add you to that list, and so you don't miss out. My workshops are always small. I don't take a lot of people because I want to be able to spend enough time with each and every participant to make sure that you all learn and come away with the images that you want to capture. I don't want you to get lost in the crowd, lost in the shuffle. I want to make sure that you get your money's worth for every single day that we're out shooting. Now let's get back to my favorite images of 2025. Springtime in the Columbia River Gorge means one thing, pretty much, well, 2 things: waterfalls and wildflowers. If you get down to the eastern end of the gorge towards Hood River and the Dalles, you've got just tons and tons of these incredible yellow flowers, these balsam root flowers. And at sunset, I managed to come away with this shot. I've got a video that goes along with it. I'll be sure to link it up here if you'd like to see how I captured it. This is a focus stacked image. I wish the clouds were a little bit better, but they weren't bad, and I absolutely love just that the river, where the river placement was, where the sun was going down, and the incredible yellow flowers is just like the icing on the cake. Really, really love this image, and happy to include it in one of my favorites of the year. For this next image, this was from Northern California. I went down there and spent about a week in Northern California around Mount Shasta, chasing waterfalls down there. They're one of my favorite things to photograph, if you didn't know that already. And this is absolutely my favorite shot that I took while I was down there. The tree in the foreground is just stunning, the way that it's a right angle, the way it grows and where the roots are. Those boulders, those little rapids, the way the waterfall's plunging in the back, everything was kind of being backlit because that sun was setting in the back at the top of that waterfall. The green around it, the tree in the foreground with the nice side lighting on it as the sun was setting, everything came together. And this is definitely one that's going to go on my portfolio. I absolutely love this shot. So, Yosemite, tunnel view, and probably my favorite shot of the entire year. I felt really fortunate to be there under these kind of conditions with the clouds and the ominosity from the dark storm clouds and then the white clouds that were coming in, and the way that the sun was kind of beaming through at different spots and highlighting different parts of the valley. I did my best to channel Ansel Adams here And I think this one came out really nice. It looks great in black and white. I did a print of it. And again, this is definitely in my portfolio. I did a color shot of it, obviously, but the black and white, I think, is it speaks better than the color version, in my opinion. And this is the absolutely top 2 of the year. Chasing the Milky Way in the summertime is something I do pretty much at least once a year. I don't always get lucky. There's a lot of moving parts that have to all come together to make a Milky Way shoot fruitful. And but sometimes, even though you don't get a Milky Way, you can come away with a great shot like this one. This is Crater Lake National Park. And waiting for the Milky Way, I had the opportunity to capture this amazing sunset. The sky was absolutely on fire. Incredible colors, incredible textures, and with that ghost tree in the foreground pointing toward Wizard Island. Absolutely love this shot. It's going in my portfolio and one of my favorites of the year. Back to the Columbia River Gorge. This lupin photograph almost didn't happen. It was so incredibly windy. I was having to up my shutter speed to over 100th of a second in order to capture this f8 and ISO 800 in order to get any semblance of sharpness in these flowers, because they were just moving so much. But the clouds and the sky was absolutely magnificent. It was like the darkness and where the light was shining through was just right over the little patch of lupin that looked so good, and were so still being backlit from the sun as the sun was setting. And again, it's the totality of the whole scene, I think, that makes the image, not any one thing. If the sky hadn't been exactly the way it was, if the lupin hadn't been blooming and kind of backlit with all the leaves, just a little bit of glow around them, it just wouldn't have worked. And when you put it all together, and I was at the right place at the right time, and I came away with this shot, and I think it's absolutely beautiful. I took this image on my Mount Rainier National Park workshop that I did this past summer. We hiked out to it, and we got there just as the sun was coming up and backlighting through the trees in the background. And the waterfall is really pretty, but again, it's all these little elements that come together to make it a whole and make it really something special. That sun and that sun star coming through in the very back, and it basically, they're highlighting a little bit of the mist from the waterfall as the light moves through the scene, and then lighting the trees in the foreground as that waterfall just plunges right into the front of the camera. Really makes a really nice photograph, and one of my most memorable from that workshop. This last image is totally unexpected for me. I had no intention of photographing mushrooms when I went out. I was actually looking for some fall color in a local forest, and found a whole lot of nothing. And then as I kept my eyes open, I found this little trio of mushrooms, and the smallest mushroom there is no bigger than the tip of my pinky. So I always carry my extension tubes with me. I set it up, got the camera very close, and came away with this image. I love the colors. I love the way that the 3 little mushrooms have like little bitty water droplets on them. I love the fact that that background is just this blurred. It just goes into a nice soft nothingness as the depth of field falls off from the mushrooms. And that little log that was on with the little bitty, that green moss that's growing is so beautiful, and it's moist and wet. You can absolutely feel the Pacific Northwest by looking at this image. The green, the lush, the verdant, and just the wetness from all the rain. This is one of my favorite images of the year, and it's probably going to go in my portfolio as well. Well, that's going to wrap up this video and the year. I really hope that you and your family have a safe and wonderful holiday season, and I appreciate each and every one of you who have subscribed to my channel, that subscribe to my newsletter and follow me. I would love to have you join me on a workshop next year. Don't forget to check out my website, read up on all the workshops, and let me know if you have any questions. Don't forget, please like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. It's absolutely free and it really helps my channel out. Don't forget to give it a good old thumbs up, and I'll see you next year.